Hi guys, and welcome back to Galaxy NG. I'm Timi Ologunde once again, the lead consultant. Thank you for holding the fort for us, even though the pandemic took a toll on virtually every one of us. But with the gradual ease of the lockdown, we are back. Thank you for your support. Keep liking, keep subscribing, and keep sharing. For sponsorships and advertisements, you see the links and the phone numbers to call below. Thank you. And to dive right into today's episode, I'll dive right into the specs. Today we have the 2007 Audi A6. Brilliant vehicle. Why do I love this car? In today's episode, I'll be talking about drivetrains and engine placements. So there are basically four types of drivetrains. You have the front wheel drive, the rear wheel drive, the four wheel drive, and the all wheel drive. The front wheel drive is usually called FWD, that's the acronym for it, meaning you have just the, contrary to everybody thinks, I like to ask people when you see a car pass by, like, do you think all four tires are actually pushing or pulling the car? So in a front wheel driven car, only the front tires are turning. The other two tires at the back are just following. In a rear wheel car, the two tires at the back are the ones pushing or pulling the car, whilst the ones in front are just steering. Now in a four-wheel drive or all-wheel drive system, all four tires are turning. Now there's a difference between the all-wheel drive and the four-wheel drive, but I won't go into details of that in this episode. Now let's also talk about engine placement. You have front engine cars, mid-engine cars, and rear engine cars. I'll mention but a few that you can relate with. Virtually all the cars that you are familiar with probably have their engines mounted up front. Name it your Toyotas, your Volkswagen, your Porsches. Now, there are some Porsches that are rear engine placed. They have their engines placed at the rear. An example is the Carrera. Also, if you are familiar with the very old Volkswagen B2, the engine is placed at the back. Now, in the case of the Carrera and the Volkswagen, because Adolf Hitler back in the day asked Porsche to design the Volkswagen B2, you see a lot of similarities between the Carrera and the Volkswagen B2. Some of those similarities are the drivetrain. They are both rear engine placed and rear wheel driven in the B2 and the Carrera. Where you have the fuel tank in the B2 also is where you have the fuel tank in the Carrera, to mention but a few. Now, for the drivetrains, I would like to clarify some things. There are different ways different brands like to describe these things. For instance, Benz will call their four-wheel drive system a 4matic. So if you've been seeing those 4matic badges on Mercedes-Benz cars, it's just basically telling you all four wheels are turning. BMW likes to describe theirs as X-Drive. So if you see any BMW with an X-Drive badge, it's only telling you that all four tires are turning. Now for Toyota and some popular brands, they like to describe it as AWD, or in some cases 4WD, meaning all wheels are turning. But in the case of AWD, you have all the tires turning all the time. But I said I won't go into details in this video. Now for today's episode also, we are going to talk about, one more before I forget, the Audi. Audi describes theirs as the Quattro system. So when you see a Quattro badge on an Audi, it's just telling you all four tires are turning as well. But today we'll keep it that short and let's go into the drive review. I'm sure you're excited to see the car we have for today. It's a beautiful Audi. Come with me. I'll dive right into the specs. Today we have the 2007 Audi A6. Brilliant vehicle. Why do I love this car? It's a Quattro. And if you watch the previous slide, we talked about the drivetrains. So this is a Quattro. It's a four-wheel drive as well. And it's got a 3.2 liter V6. producing a massive 245 horsepower. That's some crazy shit right there. Sorry, I'm not supposed to say shit out loud, but you get what I mean. And now, why do I love this car? Look at it. Just take a look again. And if you get what I'm saying, this is a brilliant, I say brilliant again, brilliant car. It will do a 0 to 60 in sport drive in 7 seconds flat. That is some bullet kind of fast, if you get what I'm saying. Now, what are the challenges you will face if you drive this car? Audis are not designed for Nigeria. I say that, but some of us like it. I would say it handles better than the Mercedes-Benz. And Mercedes-Benz lovers will come at me for this, but yes, it handles better than the Mercedes-Benz. You should check it out. Now, 5 things I hate about this car. Now, it can be costly to fix. It can be really costly to fix. The looks, I feel it looks dull for the 2007. It looks like in the front, but the rear has a better look. Like I said earlier, the front looks like, but the rear is beautiful. I mean, look at this LED styling, LED indicators right here with the brake lamps running all around. Here is the reverse lights. You have the A6 badge right here. And of course, dual exhausts, by the way. Really brilliant stuff. Here's your 3.2 liter, indicating it's a 3.2 liter V6. Very comfortable. I'm a 5'9", like I said before, and I have ample leg room and enough headroom, so it sits really lovely. Now come closer as I show you. You have rear vents for your AC, one cigarette lighter, which could also double as your car charger. There's one on the B pillar right here, and there you have first aid kits right here. Audi really cares. The trunk can contain 2 full-size adults and maybe 2 babies.
And 1 bag.
And even their boxes, don't you think? The 2007 A6 comes packed with loads of features and technology. I'm somebody that I like to have a car that has so many buttons to play with. I mean, look at this center console. There are so many things to play with right here, and even here on the dash. Now let me show you what the OBD can do very quickly. Now, one more thing before the OBD. Once you slot in the key, that comes on. And it tells you, don't be distracted, blah, 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 but who cares? Now, to start this car, you don't have to hold the key in. All you have to just do, step your foot on the brake and just flick that, and you have the engine up and running. Now, one thing I like about this car is the onboard computer. I mean, it gives you so many things to service, to talk about, to change, and all of that, and all of that, and all of that. I mean, I could even service the windshield wipers. How cool is that? You can check the vehicle's VIN number, the tire pressure, the interval display, instrument cluster, exterior lighting, central locking, battery level, a whole lot. But let me tell you what, I don't like it. I think it's sloppy compared to the BMW's connected iDrive. Yes, I said it, and I'll say it again. It can be better than this. Come on, come on. Audi, come on. Now, one interesting thing is you can't open the dash from here. There is no handle whatsoever. So that opens with a button on the dash right here.
Do that again.
And one more interesting feature. The stereo is a 6-speed loader, 6 CD loader rather, and that is right here. So you load in the CDs through this place in the dash. Let's take this for a spin very quickly. I want to show you something. This has 2 different sport modes. Maybe I should call it Sport and Sport Plus. That's what BMW calls it. I'm too BMW biased, I know, yeah. But yeah, this has 2 sport modes, and it's a 7-speed automatic. So you have one sport mode where you get to choose what gears, and you have to get to choose your gears yourself, or you let the car decide. Now, the electronic parking brake, which is what this car is equipped with, is controlled with the touch of a button. I mean, to engage it, you pull that right up, and it's up, and to disengage it, you just press it down. And it's as strong as the traditional. Now, let's see what this does in sports. not to 60. And we are at 60 already, 60 miles an hour. Now, if I'm selecting myself, what happens? This is 1, 2, 3, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and we are. One last feature that I love about this car. Audi has welcome home lights that shine on the floor once you open any door. Check that out. All right, so 5 annoying things about the A6. The onboard computer. I think it can be better, really. It can be really better and even more interactive. Then the look, I feel it looks like this. That can be better, but although, yeah, I know there's a 2020. You need to see that. So yeah, they've done that. And then the Audi is such a complex machine. So when it comes to fixing it, you might need really capable hands. And we have that. If you're interested, slide in our DM. Our phone numbers and our social media platform handles are on the slide below. So if you need to buy one of these and you need somebody to fix it for you, contact us, we'll hook you up. And finally, I think you could have problems related to weather because Audis are not built for really harsh weathers like this. They are built to survive in really cooler temperatures, really. And then 5 things I love. It is brilliant to drive. It's so comfortable. This has leather seats, heated seats, by the way, quad climate control. That is just brilliant. It's luxurious, so it just gives you this prestige feeling, and then you stand out compared to everybody else. Like, I mean, not everybody drives an Audi. Yeah, take it from me, but not everybody drives an Audi. And then finally, if you have the full package, I think you will really love this. And one thing I feel Audi should have done in 2007, the least they could have done was to give this car automatic folding mirrors. Like, I can't be driving a car of this caliber and still be using my hand to fold mirrors. Audi, really? Come on, you could have done better. So my final verdict on this car: should you buy it, consider it, wish list it, or shortlist it? I think you should buy it. It's brilliant. I think you should just go right ahead and buy it. Thank you very much for watching this episode. Shout out to Daddy B for giving us this ride. Yes, Daddy B, thank you. Finally, after so much blackmail, thank you very much. Like I said, you must be a part of my success story, whether you like it or not, Daddy B. Shout out to Plug Studios for putting this together once again. For your bookings, reservations, advertisements, his social media handles and his phone number are in the description. Please link up with Plug Studios. He will deliver the best. Thank you so much for watching this episode. Please share, like, subscribe, and leave your comments. Leave your comments, please.